Pumpkin seeds help shrink an enlarged prostate by reducing inflammation and supporting hormone balance, and understanding how this works begins with understanding what the prostate actually responds to inside the body. The prostate is incredibly sensitive to hormonal shifts, nutrient deficiencies, and chronic inflammation, and as men age, these factors begin to shift in ways that put pressure on the prostate. Pumpkin seeds are one of the simplest yet most powerful foods for helping correct these internal imbalances because they contain a unique combination of zinc, plant sterols, antioxidants, and healthy fats that directly support prostate function at the cellular level. When you eat pumpkin seeds consistently, these nutrients begin influencing hormone pathways, lowering the production of inflammatory compounds, and helping restore balance in the tissues that surround the prostate. This is why so many men notice changes in urinary flow, comfort, and nighttime bathroom trips simply from adding a small handful of pumpkin seeds into their daily routine. Zinc is one of the most important nutrients for male health, yet most men don't get enough of it. Zinc supports testosterone levels, helps maintain normal DHT function, and protects prostate tissue from oxidative stress. When zinc levels drop, testosterone can convert into stronger forms of hormones that place stress on the prostate, causing enlargement. Pumpkin seeds are naturally rich in bioavailable zinc, meaning the body can absorb and use it efficiently. When you restore zinc levels, hormone balance begins to shift in a healthier direction. Proper zinc intake helps calm down the enzymes that trigger excessive DHT production, and since DHT plays a major role in prostate enlargement, balancing this pathway is essential. Pumpkin seeds give your body a steady, natural source of zinc without supplements, allowing the prostate to function the way it was designed. Another powerful compound in pumpkin seeds is phytosterols. These are natural plant sterols that help block the conversion of testosterone into DHT, which is the hormone responsible for stimulating prostate tissue growth. Unlike synthetic medications that force the body to block hormones aggressively, phytosterols gently support balance, allowing the body to regulate hormone levels in a more natural, controlled way. When phytosterols accumulate in the system through regular consumption of pumpkin seeds, they help reduce swelling, ease pressure around the urethra, and support better urinary flow. This is why cultures that consume more seeds and nuts often have fewer prostate-related issues as they age. Pumpkin seeds also contain anti-inflammatory compounds that help cool down the chronic inflammation that builds up in the prostate over years. Inflammation is often the hidden cause behind urinary urgency, nighttime urination, weak stream, and pelvic discomfort. The antioxidants in pumpkin seeds, such as vitamin E and carotenoids, help neutralize free radicals that damage prostate cells. When oxidative stress is reduced, the prostate becomes more resilient, less swollen, and more capable of functioning normally. Over time, this reduction in inflammation can lead to noticeable improvements in comfort and urinary patterns. Many men underestimate how much inflammation is driving their symptoms, and pumpkin seeds work on this level in a very meaningful way. Healthy fats are another key component of pumpkin seeds. These fats help build cell membranes, support hormone production, and reduce systemic inflammation. Since the prostate is made up of sensitive glandular tissue, the types of fats you consume directly affect how well it can repair itself. The omega-6 and monounsaturated fats found in pumpkin seeds help improve tissue quality and support hormonal stability. These fats also help increase nutrient absorption, meaning the zinc and antioxidants in pumpkin seeds become even more effective. When your diet is lacking healthy fats, hormone production becomes irregular, inflammation increases, and prostate stress becomes more common. Pumpkin seeds provide a natural source of these beneficial fats without the downsides of processed oils or fried foods. Pumpkin seeds also support bladder function, which is closely connected to prostate health. When the prostate is swollen, it presses on the bladder, making it feel full even when it's not. The magnesium in pumpkin seeds helps relax the bladder muscles, allowing it to empty more efficiently. This relaxation helps ease the urgency that many men feel throughout the day and night. Over time, improved bladder function reduces strain on the pelvic area and gives the prostate space to heal. Magnesium also supports nerve function, which plays an important role in urinary control. Since a large part of the population is magnesium deficient, adding pumpkin seeds can help gently correct this imbalance and support smoother urinary flow. Another unique benefit of pumpkin seeds is their effect on insulin. High insulin is one of the main hidden contributors to prostate enlargement because it increases inflammation and disrupts hormone balance. When insulin is high, the body stores more fat, produces more estrogen, and struggles to maintain stable testosterone levels. Pumpkin seeds help stabilize blood sugar and improve insulin sensitivity due to their high fiber and healthy fat content. This prevents sudden spikes in insulin, which in turn helps balance hormones that directly affect the prostate. Many men don't realize that insulin is quietly influencing their prostate health, but by incorporating foods like pumpkin seeds, they begin supporting hormonal pathways that were previously working against them. Men who consume pumpkin seeds regularly often notice improvements in energy, mood, and stamina as well. Zinc and magnesium support hundreds of biochemical reactions in the body, including those related to muscle function, brain health, and sleep quality. When these nutrients are optimized, the entire endocrine system begins functioning more efficiently. Since the prostate is influenced by the endocrine system, healthier hormone regulation naturally supports prostate healing. Pumpkin seeds act as a nutritional foundation that strengthens multiple systems at once, indirectly benefiting prostate health even further. Using pumpkin seeds consistently is simple. A small handful a day, around 2 tablespoons, is enough to see benefits. Eating them raw preserves their nutrients, but they can also be added to smoothies, salads, or homemade mixes. The key is consistency rather than large quantities. Over time, their nutrients build up in the system, supporting hormone balance, reducing inflammation, and helping the prostate return to its normal state. This small daily habit can make a noticeable difference in comfort, confidence, and overall well-being without requiring drastic dietary changes or complicated routines. Cutting sugar and refined carbs stabilizes insulin and reduces prostate swelling, and understanding this begins with recognizing how powerfully insulin affects nearly every system in the male body, especially after age 50. Most men don't realize that insulin isn't just a blood sugar hormone, it's a growth hormone. When insulin stays high for long periods of time because of constant sugar intake, frequent snacking, or a diet heavy in refined carbohydrates, it signals the body to store fat, hold on to inflammation, and trigger hormonal imbalances that directly affect the prostate. The prostate is incredibly sensitive to these hormonal shifts, and high insulin creates an internal environment that encourages the prostate to grow larger than it should. This is why sugar and processed carbs are often hidden contributors behind nighttime urination, weak urinary flow, and that persistent pressure or fullness men feel even after using the bathroom. The moment you reduce sugar, your insulin levels begin to drop, and the body can finally shift out of inflammation mode. High insulin promotes chronic inflammation throughout the body, especially in glandular tissues like the prostate. Inflammation makes the prostate swell, puts pressure on the bladder, and narrows the urethra. This leads to the frustrating symptoms so many men experience: the frequent urge to urinate, difficulty emptying the bladder, and waking up multiple times overnight. When insulin stabilizes, inflammation begins to calm down and the prostate can naturally start returning to a more comfortable size. Many men report noticing changes within just a few weeks of cutting out sugary foods, which shows how quickly the body responds when insulin is finally lowered. Refined carbs are another major factor because they act just like sugar in the body. White bread, white rice, pasta, pastries, bakery items, sweetened cereals, and even fruit juices spike blood sugar rapidly. Every spike forces the pancreas to release a large surge of insulin, and when this cycle repeats day after day, insulin resistance develops. Insulin resistance means the cells are no longer responding properly to insulin, so the body keeps producing more and more of it. High insulin combined with this resistance creates an environment where estrogen rises, testosterone becomes less effective, and DHT can increase. These hormonal shifts encourage prostate enlargement and worsen urinary symptoms. By cutting refined carbs, men give their bodies a chance to restore insulin sensitivity, which positively affects hormone balance and reduces the stress on the prostate. Insulin is also closely connected to estrogen levels in men. When insulin is high, the body tends to convert more testosterone into estrogen. Even a small rise in estrogen can contribute to prostate growth because estrogen stimulates prostate cells to multiply. Most men don't expect to have higher estrogen, but high insulin quietly drives this process. By lowering sugar and refined carbs, insulin drops, and the cascade of estrogen production begins to slow down. This shift alone can help reduce swelling in the prostate and support healthier hormonal balance. It's not just about blood sugar, it's about breaking the hormonal cycle that keeps the prostate inflamed and enlarged. Another reason cutting sugar helps the prostate is because excess sugar feeds hidden inflammation and oxidative stress. Sugar binds to proteins in the body through a process called glycation, which creates harmful compounds that damage tissues, stiffen blood vessels, and disrupt cell function. When these compounds accumulate in the prostate, they irritate the tissue, reduce elasticity, and trigger swelling. By removing sugar, the body produces fewer of these inflammatory byproducts, and the prostate can begin repairing itself naturally. Many men underestimate how much internal irritation comes from sugar, but once they cut it out, they feel the difference in urinary comfort and overall energy. Reducing sugar also helps with weight management, and maintaining a healthy waistline plays a major role in prostate health. Excess belly fat produces inflammatory hormones and increases insulin resistance. As belly fat grows, estrogen rises and testosterone declines, which encourages prostate enlargement. When men reduce sugar and refined carbs, belly fat begins to shrink, inflammation decreases, and the hormonal environment improves. Even a small reduction in waist size can lead to noticeable improvements in prostate comfort because there's less pressure on the pelvic organs, And the hormonal signals affecting the prostate become more balanced. Cutting sugar impacts blood pressure and circulation as well, both of which affect the prostate. High insulin contributes to stiff blood vessels and increased fluid retention, which can put added pressure on the lower abdominal region. When blood flow to the prostate is compromised, healing slows down and inflammation lingers longer. Lowering sugar improves circulation, reduces fluid retention, and allows nutrients to reach the prostate more effectively. Better blood flow means better healing, smoother urinary function, and less pelvic discomfort over time. One of the hidden benefits of reducing sugar is the way it affects the microbiome. A diet high in sugar feeds harmful bacteria and yeast in the gut, leading to imbalances that trigger inflammation throughout the body. Since the gut and prostate are connected through the immune system, digestive inflammation often spills over into the prostate. Men who cut sugar often notice improvements in bloating, digestion, and overall abdominal comfort, and this reduction in gut inflammation helps reduce swelling in the prostate. A healthier gut produces fewer inflammatory chemicals, which allows the prostate to function more normally. Stabilizing insulin through reducing sugar also improves sleep quality, and sleep plays a crucial role in hormone regulation and healing. Poor sleep raises cortisol, which raises insulin, which in turn contributes to prostate swelling. When men cut sugar, their sleep naturally improves because blood sugar becomes more stable at night. This helps the body shift into recovery mode instead of being stuck in stress mode. Resting deep sleep allows the endocrine system to function more normally, which supports hormone balance and helps reduce prostate irritation. Another important aspect is how sugar affects hydration and electrolyte balance. Sugary foods and drinks cause frequent urination, which leads to dehydration and mineral loss. When the bladder is irritated from this cycle, it becomes more sensitive, which adds to urinary urgency. Lowering sugar helps stabilize fluid balance and reduces unnecessary trips to the bathroom. With better hydration and mineral levels, bladder muscles relax more easily, and the prostate experiences less pressure from constant overactivity in the urinary system. When men shift away from sugar and refined carbs and start relying on whole foods, healthy fats, and moderate protein, they create a metabolic environment that supports long-term prostate health. The body runs more efficiently, inflammation decreases, hormones stabilize, and blood sugar becomes predictable. This steady state allows the prostate to calm down and reduces the symptoms that often disrupt daily life. Even small changes in diet can create noticeable improvements when insulin starts to stabilize, showing just how deeply sugar impacts prostate function at every level. Intermittent fasting and daily movement improve circulation, lower inflammation, and support overall prostate health. And these benefits begin with how fasting changes the internal chemistry of the body. When men go for long stretches without eating, insulin naturally drops, and the body shifts from burning sugar to burning stored fat for energy. This change alone has a powerful effect on prostate health because high insulin is one of the biggest hidden contributors to prostate swelling. When insulin levels remain elevated from constant eating, frequent snacks, or high-carb meals, the prostate becomes more inflamed and more sensitive to hormonal changes. Intermittent fasting gives the body a break from insulin spikes, allowing inflammation to settle and hormone balance to shift in a healthier direction. This creates an environment where the prostate can relax, and the tissues surrounding the bladder and urethra can function more normally. During the fasting window, the body activates cellular repair processes known as autophagy. Autophagy is like housekeeping for your cells. It clears out damaged proteins, reduces oxidative stress, and helps restore functionality to tissues that have been irritated or inflamed. The prostate benefits greatly from this because inflammation in this gland often builds up silently for years. By consistently practicing intermittent fasting, men give their bodies the chance to repair tissue, reduce swelling, and restore healthier function to the urinary system. Many men notice that their urgency, nighttime urination, and pelvic discomfort begin to ease when autophagy becomes a regular part of their daily rhythm. Another reason intermittent fasting helps the prostate is because it allows hormones to stabilize. When food intake is constant, insulin stays high and disrupts the balance of testosterone, estrogen, and DHT. These hormones all influence prostate growth. Fasting helps regulate these hormones naturally without medication by lowering insulin, which reduces estrogen production and helps testosterone function more effectively. When testosterone becomes more balanced, the prostate experiences less hormonal pressure and can gradually return to a healthier state. Hormonal balance is one of the most overlooked aspects of prostate health, and intermittent fasting supports this balance in a gentle, natural way. Intermittent fasting also improves metabolic flexibility, meaning the body becomes better at switching between burning sugar and fat. This flexibility reduces inflammation, supports weight loss, and lowers the metabolic stress placed on the body. Excess weight, especially around the midsection, significantly increases inflammation and hormonal imbalance. Belly fat produces estrogen and inflammatory compounds that directly affect the prostate, When men lose even a small amount of abdominal fat through fasting, they reduce the pressure on the pelvic area and support healthier prostate function. Better metabolic flexibility means fewer inflammatory chemicals circulating in the bloodstream, creating a calmer internal environment for the prostate. Alongside intermittent fasting, daily movement plays an equally important role in supporting prostate health. Movement doesn't have to be intense. Simple activities like walking, stretching, or light exercise can significantly improve circulation in the pelvic region. When blood flow increases, the prostate receives more oxygen and nutrients that support healing. Many men spend long hours sitting, which reduces circulation, increases pelvic pressure, and contributes to prostate congestion. Gentle daily movement counteracts this by keeping blood flowing smoothly, reducing inflammation, and preventing stagnation in the tissues surrounding the prostate. Movement also helps regulate insulin. Even a short walk after meals can improve insulin sensitivity and lower blood sugar levels. This means the body requires less insulin, creating a more stable hormonal environment. Better insulin control supports lower inflammation, healthier hormone function, and reduced prostate swelling. Over time, consistent movement helps the body become more efficient at managing blood sugar, reducing the metabolic stress that contributes to prostate enlargement. This synergy between fasting and movement amplifies the benefits for prostate health. Another powerful aspect of daily movement is stress reduction. Stress increases cortisol, and high cortisol raises insulin. When cortisol remains elevated for long periods, inflammation increases throughout the body, including in the prostate. Gentle movement, especially activities like walking outdoors, stretching, or slow breathing exercises, helps calm the nervous system. Reducing stress lowers cortisol, which in turn improves hormonal balance and decreases the inflammation that contributes to prostate enlargement. Many men don't realize how much stress impacts their urinary health, but the connection is strong. Movement becomes a natural pressure release valve that supports emotional stability and physical healing at the same time. Daily movement also improves lymphatic flow. The lymphatic system is responsible for removing waste and toxins from the body, but it doesn't have a pump the way the heart pumps blood. It relies on movement and muscle contraction. When the lymphatic system becomes sluggish from inactivity, waste products accumulate in the tissues and increase inflammation. Moving the body helps flush these waste products, reducing irritation in the prostate and surrounding areas. This cleansing effect supports long-term prostate comfort and function by reducing the inflammatory load on the body. Another reason movement helps the prostate is because it strengthens the pelvic floor. A weak pelvic floor can contribute to urinary urgency, difficulty starting or stopping the flow, and a constant feeling of pressure. Light exercises that engage the pelvic muscles help stabilize the bladder and support the prostate. These exercises don't require intense training. Even mindful relaxation combined with gentle strengthening movements can improve urinary control and reduce symptoms. Over time, a stronger pelvic floor supports smoother urination and reduces the strain on the prostate. Hydration works hand in hand with movement and fasting. When men move daily, they improve fluid distribution in the body, which supports kidney and bladder function. When combined with intermittent fasting, hydration becomes more efficient because there are fewer insulin spikes causing excessive fluid retention. This balance helps reduce nighttime urination and supports healthier urinary patterns throughout the day. Drinking water earlier in the day instead of late at night also helps reduce pressure on the bladder while still supporting overall hydration levels. Intermittent fasting and daily movement also improve sleep quality. And sleep is essential for prostate health. During deep sleep, the body produces repair hormones and reduces inflammation. Poor sleep disrupts this process and raises cortisol, which increases insulin and worsens prostate symptoms. Fasting helps regulate circadian rhythm by stabilizing blood sugar, while movement helps release tension and prepare the body for rest. Together, they create a healthier sleep pattern, which enhances the body's ability to repair prostate tissue and balance hormones naturally. Another underestimated benefit is improved digestion. High insulin and low movement both slow down the digestive system, contributing to bloating, constipation, and pressure in the pelvic area. Intermittent fasting gives the digestive system time to rest, while movement stimulates peristalsis, helping food move smoothly through the intestines. A healthier digestive system reduces abdominal pressure, which helps the prostate by reducing strain on the pelvic floor and bladder. A lighter, more efficient digestive system contributes to a more comfortable urinary experience during the day and night. Over time, the combination of fasting and movement creates a long-term pattern of reduced inflammation, improved circulation, stable hormones, and efficient metabolism. These effects accumulate slowly but steadily, making a significant difference in prostate comfort and overall well-being. Many men who adopt this lifestyle notice improvements not only in prostate symptoms, but also in their energy, mental clarity, mood, and metabolic health. The body functions more smoothly when it's not constantly burdened by insulin surges, inflammation, and sedentary habits, and the prostate is one of the first areas to feel this relief.